Okay, so you thinking about coming to Arizona. You want to get all your ducks in a row. You trying to do all your finances, trying to calculate things, but not everything you're going to be able to calculate. And I'm going to share with you guys what I learned across the way and what's most importantly, since the heat is one of the most common things people like to talk about in Arizona, whether it's a dry heat, oh, it's unbearable to live in it, there's no shade. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you guys how much does it really cost to cool your house in Arizona. This month alone, I just received my bill and my bill hit $300, man. So a little bit over $300, but we're gonna go ahead and talk numbers. So that's what this video is gonna be about. So let's dive into it. Okay, to give you guys some context, I'm gonna be breaking up this video into like two different living situations, because when I came out here, I wasn't in a house. That was like my very first thing. I chose an apartment lifestyle, apartment setting. And now where I'm at, I do have a house, because I know if you coming out here to a brand new state, you don't know the areas well, you don't know where to move to, and most likely you're gonna be moving closer to your job, if anything, versus like the best school district, the best area, and all that stuff. So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys two different scenarios so you guys can get like a ballpark figure on what it costs to cool a house or an apartment here. So my very first apartment, just to break it down for you guys, it was 875 square feet. It was 2 bed, 1 bath. And the thermostat, how I normally set it, was like between 70 and 75 degrees. So, but most likely I keep it at like 70 because I like my house to be cool anyway. So, yeah. So with that, I'm going to give you guys, when I'm breaking it down, all the bills that I have from June, July, and August. So that'd be a nice little breakdown for you guys, and you can get like the dollar cost averaging on what it is to cool a house or apartment out here. So let me get my phone and we're gonna go over the numbers. My phone here, you guys will be seeing it on the screen, of course, but for me to just break it down to at least remember the numbers, at least you guys can get an idea like what it looks like, how much kilowatts I use, and all that if you're very technical. So with the very first bill that I had when I moved out here for the very first summer, it was $151 soon as it hit summertime here. Not bad, right? Not bad. The amount of kilowatts I used for that month was like around, I would say about 1,200. So summertime just getting here, just now it's getting hot here, but it's not really at the peak of the summer season. So now, if we go to the next following month, that I did pay, it started going up. So in July, we in the middle of the summertime, dead smack in 110 degrees every day, air conditioning running nonstop. It does not quit. Literally, it does not quit, especially like you go outside. Oh, the sun is away. It's at night. It's about 9 p.m. Okay, we can go outside. No, it's still hot. 9 degrees. So no cap, man. Like it's that hot out here. But in the middle of the summer, on July, it went up $100 completely. From 200, it went from 150 now to $225. That is the July bill that I received in an apartment at the time. Now, as we're gonna go up to the next one, to the next following month, the last month is as it's starting to get cooler. As you can see, that the bill has dropped down $25, and it was $200 for me to cool my apartment. So that is not that bad if you do a little bit of dollar cost averaging. So roughly, I would say that if you're staying in an apartment in Arizona, it's pretty much going to be $200 or $175. Depends on what you can bear, how you like your house. Because if you have the ceiling fan going, which is like a nice little hack, if you're running your air conditioner during peak hours, then you know that'll affect your bill right there. But these are the electric bill prices that I received in a 875 square foot home, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. And I don't know, I'm not gonna give you guys like how old the air conditioner and all that, because it's irrelevant. But this is like if you're coming out here staying in an apartment, this is the actual bills that you will get out here. Now I'm in Tucson. Tucson is always 10 degrees cooler, but it doesn't matter where you at, because you in Phoenix is gonna be 10 degrees hotter, but guess what? That air condition gonna be running regardless of where you at, regardless. So now we're gonna switch over to what is the difference if you decide to get a house. Is you gonna be saving more? Is you gonna be saving a little bit less? Because now I'm bumping up the square footage. Now currently where I'm sitting it right now doing this video for you guys, I'm in a 1,700 square foot home, 3-bed, 2.5 baths. This is a newly built home, so I only been in here for about a year. Had my first summer in this home, so I can give you guys like real live expectation of what it's like being in a new home, how well is the installation is here. Am I really saving any costs? Because this home's supposed to be energy efficient. I have Ecobee thermostats, Nest thermostats all out the house. I control it through my phone. It's always at 70 degrees. It keeps you aware of like, okay, where you're doing for the optimal time, and it's linked in with the electric company. So I have various different ways to check my temperature, but most likely it's still the same. I always keep the house at a solid 70 to 72 degrees here. I don't go no higher than that. Also, this house is insulated. I'll show you some videos of that, or I'll show you how they build homes out here where I'm at. Maybe I'll talk to a builder and give you guys that. But now we're going to talk about, okay, how much does it cost to cool off this house this big? It is 2 stories, so they don't do basements out here if you're from the East Coast. So where I'm from, they do basements, and then you can go up. You can have 3-story houses, but out here they don't do any basements. So you just have the first floor and then you have the second floor. So we're going to dive straight into those numbers. So my very first summer staying in this house where I'm at, was $178. Not bad to be in a fuel, I mean not a fuel, but a energy efficient home, right? $178, 1,700 square feet, which is a huge difference, and it compares to like an 875 square foot apartment, because like I told you guys, it was $150 when I was at the apartment. So not a big difference right there. That's pretty energy efficient to me. Now in July, that is where it started getting up a little bit higher, a little bit, but still not that bad. It was $200 like flat, like it was $199.78. So really not that bad for me to be in this big of a home with more square footage. I thought it would be a little bit more, but it tends to be less. Now in the latter month, in August, it was $315.72. So this was like my highest bill that I ever received in this home as we go into the September month, because I have one more month coming up and I don't know what it is, but most likely it'll be between the 250 or maybe the 300 range. But the reason why it was so high is because my wife wanted the house to be cold. Like she wanted to come in, like it was so hot and unbearable for her. She said, no, instead of it going to 60, we're gonna push this boy down to like 65 degrees. We're not gonna sit at 72. So we had those small fluctuations there, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So I get it. You're not gonna be living out here and it be unbearable and sweating in your house. I mean, why would you do that? But overall though, if you're listening and you seeing like the stats on the screen here, like comparing between the two, it's really not that bad. For some people, I get it. It may be expensive. For someone like me, it wasn't that bad. I can bear it. But this should be able to help you guys if you're coming out here. How much are you really paying, and how much is it really costing to cool out your home out here? Because I know people probably thinking your AC bill going to be in the 400s, 500s. And it's not going to be like that. Now, this is going to vary, especially if you're in like a home that's not energy efficient, especially like older homes. Yes, it will go up that high because, you know, air conditioning units is a lot different in the older homes. Most likely it's not energy efficient, and plus the builds are completely different too. So that's something I'm going to do for you guys, not in the next video, but in the upcoming videos. I will share with you guys like how do they build homes out here. There's multiple different builders, and that's something that you will get to see if you come out here or you decide to relocate. You will notice that, man, they are building a lot out here. There's plenty of different builders. Each builder do insulation different, and each builder does like the outside of the house a little bit different. So it all depends, and the cost varies. But hopefully this video helped you guys on to discover, like, man, how much do it really cost to heat up and cool off an apartment or cool off a house out here. So of course, the bigger the home, the more it's going to cost, but not really. But the bigger the home, most likely the more you're going to pay in air conditioning. But overall, this is my experience on what it costs to cool off an apartment and a home in Arizona. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and also y'all drop a comment below and let me know where you at. If you're an Arizona native or you relocated to Arizona, how much do you pay for air conditioning? So it can help other people out that's planning on relocating as well. So y'all drop a comment below and let me know what y'all think. And like that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.